The woman had always dressed like a tomboy. One day, she was falsely accused by a pregnant junior of being a bad man. The junior claimed that the woman had accidentally gotten her pregnant. This left the 20-year-old single woman completely confused. When the junior saw that the woman wouldn't admit it, she quickly fabricated a story about the woman deceiving her. This immediately led the bystanders to collectively morally condemn the woman. It wasn't until then that the woman remembered who the junior was. A few days ago, the junior had fainted due to menstrual pain, and the woman kindly took her to the hospital. It must have been then that the junior had targeted her to take the fall. So today, the junior deliberately barged into the school. She tried to use public opinion to force the woman to accept the child, who she didn't even know. Even the teacher urged the woman to take responsibility as a father. At this point, the junior became more aggressive. She painted the woman as a heartless man who abandoned his wife and child. The bystanders' emotions flared up again. They rushed into the office and began pointing fingers at the woman. The news spread, and not only within the school, but also in society, there was a lot of criticism. The woman realized the situation was spiraling out of control and saw just how clever the junior's tactics were. If she were truly a man, it would be impossible to defend herself. Since the junior wanted to play dirty, the woman decided to play along. Before revealing her true gender, the woman demanded the junior provide evidence. She needed proof that the child was hers, but the junior hesitated, unable to present any evidence. The woman then struck back, pointing at the men present. If the junior was just talking, then all the men there could be the child's father. The crowd, now calm, began to see the woman's point. However, the junior remained unfazed. She quietly pulled out evidence from her phone. There were records of them watching movies and eating together, and these records were indeed real. It turned out that after the woman had saved the junior often invited her out as a way to repay her, but it turned out all along to be a well-planned scheme. Once again, public opinion shifted to support the junior. The teacher even threatened to expel the woman unless she accepted the child and the junior. At this point, the woman still had one option left, a paternity test. She planned to escalate the situation, leaving the junior with no way to recover. So the woman immediately suggested doing a paternity test, and the scheming junior agreed without hesitation. The woman didn't expect the junior to agree so easily. Soon, a crowd of reporters gathered outside the hospital. Everyone was eager to see the outcome of the paternity test. When the doctor came out with the results, the woman was shocked to discover that the junior had even bribed the doctor. She had forged a paternity report. The woman never expected that she, as a woman, would end up being the father. She realized that she was now completely without a defense. Fortunately, she still had one final card to play. She had no choice but to change her attitude, admit the junior and the child, and she decided to take them to get a marriage certificate. The reason she did this was to use the marriage bureau to reveal her true gender. Just when the scheming junior thought she had finally found a father for the child, she had no idea that disaster was about to strike.